What's happening today? We are going to be looking at the market, and one thing that I like is that I've got here GBPJPY in front, and as well we're going to be looking at the Nasdaq markets and as well the Dow Jones markets. So you guys do know that during the week, at the start of the week on Mondays, normally I upload about me looking at what I'm looking for in the markets and how I'm going to be executing those trades when they do happen to come that way. And the focus basically over what the market is more definitely going to be moving like throughout that whole week. So what you can do is that these videos are meant for you to be able to learn and see how consistent we've been with the markets and how consistent we will be moving forward. So it can help you. Obviously, it will. One thing that you can do is to comment, tell me what you guys are looking at, and as well just like and also as well subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell just so we are able to reach out to more numbers of people out there that are just like you that would love to learn more about the market. So let's get straight to it, guys. I did promise you guys that we're going to be looking at the GBP JPY market at first, and not to confuse or complicate anything, I believe that let me just start off first with the daily time frame, because I understand that it's been a while since we looked at it. But obviously, if you have been in my Telegram group, it means that you've seen all the updates that I've been making on this pair. So yeah, but if you're not, just make sure that you do happen to be in. But you can see how price has been moving. We shot up massively. We kept on now playing. So with my understanding, one thing that I'm looking at is that we are now in a massive correction now. So on the bigger time frame, we're in a corrective phase. I understand that it could be looking as if maybe it's shooting downwards and stuff, but looking at it, it's now in a correction, because between here and between here, price has no specific movement. It's not breaking to the downside, it's not breaking to the upside, but instead it's rejecting to the downside, and it keeps on rejecting as well to the upside. So going to the 4-hour chart, I need to look at what pattern is being printed and how I can take advantage of that specific pattern. So with this, I can see that looking at the first leg here, impulse. Now this being my correction, it means that we've got this beautiful pattern, but this pattern normally what it represents is that price has to come at least down here for a third touch. Let me show you guys real quick. Price has to come at least down here for some touches here. Once you come here for touches, that's when you can see price moving upwards, because the previous week we had also thoughts of maybe price coming here and then going down and then going back up here, but it didn't finish this whole movement. It just went up a bit and then it went down. So it's okay, we saw that coming, but now we have to capitalize on what we are looking at. So obviously with this, I can see that price, there's a high chance that we're going to be getting a third touch here. Even if it's not a third touch, it can still be a double bottom structure. But anyway, from at least somewhere around here, price can be starting to buy. So somewhere around here, price can be buying, and then we go all the way up. So our first take profit would eventually be here, and then our next take profit would be here at the TP here at the third touches. Then we're breaking. So one thing that I'm seeing with this is that this is that one setup that's gonna go like this, come like this. Obviously, just play around, hit TP1, then obviously play around here, maybe break out, retest, and then still continue going to the upside up until our further take profit, because eventually we are trying to hit these numbers here at the top. That's where we are trying to go. So I'm not trying to catch small moves here. I'm actually looking to capitalize from those bigger movements. So coming on the 60-minute time frame. So this one here was just the setup that I forgot to share in the Telegram group. But what happened is that, yes, at first the previous week we were looking for at least a buy to come up here, and price did go up until here. So eventually you can see here that even if we had our stop losses here or break even, we're still on a safe trade with this. So it wasn't really a negative trade, if I may put it that way. But now looking at this week, this whole weekend I was looking at this move, and as soon as the market opened, like price impulse downwards before I could even look at it or share the setup, because this is one setup that I wanted us to catch more like this. I wanted us to be looking at catching this setup like this. But it's okay, because what can happen is that now prices impulse downwards, but I don't like how this this hammer has came back up. But I believe that since this is a breakout, it's gonna be a bit tough, like, having a stop loss this huge, it's not too safe for me. But let me look at the risk compared to reward as well, if it's a good thing. Trade, no, it's also, yes, it's a good thing in terms of trade, but I'm catching 160 pips in order to make 3%. So what that I'll do is that I'll just wait for price to play around here on the 15-minute. Maybe once I get an entry on the 15-minute, I'll be able to have that entry, have a minimum stop loss, maybe around 30 pips, somewhere around these levels here. It's okay. It'll be okay for me to have a 30 pips stop loss, and my take profit will still be here. But one thing that I like is that with that 160 pips, I'm now making 5 times my rewards, compared to at first 168 pips was only giving me 3 times the amount that I was risking. So now I'm going to be making 5 times that with literally the exact same entry, but the only thing that I'll be changing now is the stop loss areas and the entry in terms of like, the time frame. I'll be entering from a 15-minute time frame. So that's one thing I'm looking for. You can see how price is now moving or impulsing, trying to impulse downwards. Or one thing that I can as well do is maybe if I can just come down to 15 minutes, let's see if there's a retest. Oh yeah, once I get a candlestick that represents like, bearish, that's when I'll take this beautiful sell. So let us take a look at US 100. Perfect. US 100. There we go. So you guys, if you guys have been following my videos from like literally way back, you guys would see that we came with this from all the way down here, and it kept on going upwards. Like even here, we kept on saying we're still going upwards, we're still going upwards. So if you guys really do watch my videos, you will see that most of these setups, we come with them from literally where they've been at, and we just try to scale and move correctly with it to the upside. So with this, I can see on the 4 hour, just by having my management, this is just for management purposes, but I can have my management line like this, trend line here. And obviously I can see that we had this area be our take profit. We've now reached our take profits to the maximum, which looks beautiful. We've reached take profit here, but I think that there could still be some momentum. Like, looking at how price is moving, there could still be some momentum, because what I'm seeing here is price just playing a bit more, like, playing around here, and then boom, still going to the upside. So just by coming down on the 60-minute to see if we do happen to catch that, how are we going to be catching it? So obviously here, support, you can see that we've got support here because it was previous resistance. Price went to that 4 hour support area, the resistance area, and then now we came back. So now we are on this 1 hour support. But with this, I see the market just playing a bit more around. I think for today, I'll just let the market show me its direction. But once it starts playing, then that's when I'll be able to get that movement to the upside. So even if that doesn't happen, I think what can happen is maybe price breaking above and then starting to retest this area. That's when now I'll be comfortable or confident to take my buy positions. But if not, then maybe if like it happens that I want to see a sell, for now I'm not looking for sells, but if it happens that I want to see a sell, the market has to break out, retest type thing, or correct and then go down. That's when I'll take a sell. But for now I'm not looking for any sellers on the US 100. It's just strictly buying. So let us take a look at the last one, which is your Dow Jones, guys. Your Dow Jones. Remember, if you are gaining value, you are learning a lot of things, doesn't hurt to literally just press that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, as it even helps, because that's a way of you showing that it really does help. So make sure that you do turn it on, and as well like this video, just so we are able to reach more members out there that would benefit from this, just like you are benefiting now. Okay, let me just say for our right here, zoom in my screen. Okay, so one thing that I like is that here as well on US 30, it's even more simpler to understand. You can see that we had our first 4 hour area here. When we were still here, price broke out. Remember, we caught these buys, price went up, hit take profits here, and then now we are trying to hit take profits here. So this is our next take profit area right here, our next take profit area right here. So we've got this whole range to play around with. Now we've got this whole range. So what I do is that I'll just come back down to the 60-minute time frame. So on the 60-minute, on the 1 hour time frame, what I have to do is that now I have to be able to spot out my impulsive nature. So here I can see first touch, second touch. Possibly if price happens to just play a bit more, come somewhere around here, we'd see touches, and then we'd see price come in to hit take profit. Because why? I can see that this area is previous resistance, so now turning into support. So this area here is a strong buy position. And if you want to be on the safe side, the way you could place your sellers would be somewhere here, meaning that if you are looking to sell, or if you are buying and you want to put your stop losses, the best area to put your stop losses would be somewhere around here. But besides that, then price will be pushing all the way to the upside and you'd be able to benefit from this whole movement. But so far this is looking clean. I'm not gonna be going through a lot of scenarios and stuff with this. It's looking as simple as it is, and it's just up to us being able to catch those trades when they do happen to show themselves. But remember guys, if you are looking for a reliable broker that you want to trade with, I'll leave the link in the description below, which will be the very first link. You can get access to the brokers that we trade with that are very reliable, and as well you can execute trades on these markets that we're looking at, trading with them confidently. And one thing that I'll say is that the value that you receive or the amount of learnings that you do, instead of you just learning and watching more of the videos, instead take down notes, learn, and be able to develop something out of this, just so you're able to excel and become a better version of yourself. Because remember, your competition isn't the next person. It's not the best trader. Your competition isn't the best trader currently in SA or the best trader currently that's trending or anything like that. No, your competition is yourself. If you are outwork yourself each and every single day, obviously you'll get to a position whereby you are now in a level whereby you have outworked yourself massively and you're in a beautiful position. So you need to continue to be outworking yourself. Don't outwork anyone else but yourself, because you are the only one that you can track your own progress. I'll leave it there guys. Comment below with the setups that you're looking at, and also like if you gain value. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I will see you in the next YouTube video. It's your boy Mutupi. Thank you so much for watching.